has been dealing with the loss of his mother and brother over the past 2 weeks. Ooh, Hugh Jackson. It just popped up now on Twitter, like, yo, that's rough.
Peeps, it's your boy Big Q, and I'm here with Team Boyd TV Live, and as always, I'm with my homies, I'm with my boys, I'm with the Raven Shogun, JB. What's happening, homie?
What's happening? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and the new functioning Periscope.
The new functioning Periscope. You know, we finally got Periscope action going, and it's gonna be great. So that might bring in some new people that we might, normally don't get a chance to talk to. And I got the Sage of Sports Glass and Get With It Sports. What's happening, big homie?
What's up, bro? What's up? Hey, to my brothers out here, JB, Big Q, what's up? What's up? All the Twitter hustlers out there. Appreciate you guys joining in. Everybody on Periscope, everybody on YouTube, appreciate it.
Twitch, we got Twitch
cracking. Oh, Twitch,
we got Twitch going.
Let's get it cracking. We about to unleash the beast right now.
We are, but
JB been chopping at the bit.
Yes, he has. Because he got his boys. You know, said he got his boys.
Y'all wasn't talking about no, and no offense, y'all wasn't talking about no real football.
We weren't talking about no real football.
Here we go.
But it's okay.
Everybody knows
so
that.
So listen. For people who don't follow and they here for the first time, if you're here for the first time, I congratulate you for finding the dopest live NFL show on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and show your boys some love by subscribing. Everybody who subscribed last week, we appreciate it. We definitely want to invite you guys to be part of the family here. We're going to have a good time this season. But what JB's talking about is what's going on this weekend. Hall of Fame this year. It come with a little bit of controversy. We touched on it a little bit here and there. The main thing JB want to talk about is what?
Oh, hey, it's all about the Ravens, man. It's all about the Ravens, man. Right. I got the big dog, Ray Lewis, going in. The Raven is going in. Yeah. There's a couple of other guys in that class that's pretty exciting. Randy Moss, the absent T.O.
Yeah.
We got Brian Urlacher.
Yes.
It's a couple of guys I'm forgetting, but it's a pretty good class.
It's actually a really dope class.
Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, Brian. Look, the speeches from Brian Dawkins and Ray Lewis alone, right? They got to go ahead and dedicate an hour just for them two because they're going to be 30 minutes apiece.
That's why it's all about the Ravens, man. Then, of course, the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, what you think, Glass? What you got going on? What you think?
Me?
No, Glass. What you think about the whole this class that's going in here right now?
Oh, I love the class. Like I said, B-Dog. Of course, I like B-Dog.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis. I mean, the whole class, even T.O., even though he ain't going to show up, I'm going to go check him out when he get at, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Right.
It's a great class. It's a great class.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, is everything cool on YouTube? I mean, look at it real quick.
Everything good.
Okay,
I'm looking at it now.
I was just saying because I ain't seen no chat yet. Oh, there's Joe. Okay, there's Joe. I was wondering what was happening. Got my boy Joe in the building. He says, Ryan Khalil going to get Cam killed. I'm watching. Hey, listen. It was a message to me. Listen, man. Look. Last week we talked about the NFC. There's some stuff going on. We're gonna circle back to what's happening. But Cam gonna be all right. Cam gonna be all right. But check it out, Douglas. I think this is one of the most like dope classes. I guess because most of these dudes that's going into this Hall of Fame, we kind of grew up watching. It's like, not a lot of the old, stuffy dudes from the 80s and, in the 70s. This is like the people we grew up with. So it's actually pretty special, which makes it.
How many first-time ballots we got up in here? We got Urlacher, Moss.
Yeah, Urlacher, Moss, and Lewis, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty dope.
I don't know. Maybe Brian Dawkins also. I don't know.
I don't know about Dawkins.
No, I think
yeah.
I think he might be second.
Yeah, this might be a second. I think because he's been retired for quite a while.
Yeah,
you know, man. But I'm excited about it, which makes, you know, and we got to talk about this for another second before we get into the AFC North. Talking about JB's division, which I'm really excited about, but not for the reason that he think I'm excited. Man, I'm excited though, right?
No, you're excited for the exact reason that I'm excited.
There you go. Okay, I'm just saying.
I understand though. Contain yourself. It's hard for me too.
I'm trying to calm down, right? Because I'm excited about this. This is gonna be dope. And Juan Muhammad is in the building. What's up, homie? What's going on, homie?
I know he's gonna be here today,
right? You know, but we gotta talk about this again, because now we're so close. We're a couple days away. Glass, do you think that that T.O. gonna renege on his own words, or he gonna stay true and go through with this?
I think he's gonna stay true. As much as I hate to admit it, I want him to be there. Like I told you last time we talked about it, I think he's gonna regret doing that later on in his years. But I believe he's gonna stay in Pat. I don't think he's gonna be there.
Oh man, JB, I just feel like he's gonna miss out on a magical, like a wonderful weekend, man. I mean, with these dudes, man. With Moss and Lewis and Dawkins and you know and like he gonna miss out on that. It's once in a lifetime, JB. He got a couple days to change his mind. And I don't think nobody. Do you think anybody would be mad at him if he say, you know what, man, I know what I said, but I thought about it. I'm gonna change my mind.
Oh no, it'll change his legacy of the perception people has had of him if he show up last minute. It will help him more than harm him if he showed up.
Absolutely.
But like to Glass's point. He always want to do things his way, and I mean, far as this NFL thing for him, it has not worked. So
absolutely, but the 9 people who bought tickets already to Chattanooga, right? I don't think they would be. I don't think they would be too upset. I don't think so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that out of the way, I mean, we are excited for next week. I think it's gonna be dope. Madden heads are rejoiced. Next week is also great. We get Madden next week, which is dope. I'm excited for that. So you know, we're getting close. It's to smell like football. It feel like football a little bit. You know, it's getting there. You know what I mean? Right. Okay. So what we here to talk about this week?
Wait, before we move on, let me ask y'all this real quick. I'm sorry, JB. I know you're ready to get on it, but we're gonna hold up just 1 second.
No.
What y'all think about this new helmet rule?
Oh boy, that's a tough one right there. That's gonna be a tough one.
I think that might be worse than the catch rule because it's like half and half. I think referees are like, okay, it matter what referees you have at the game. Yeah. It's gonna be a helmet to helmet. There's not gonna be a helmet to helmet. Because what I understand, I'm sure y'all heard about it when they went to the Eagles and they talked about that play in the Super Bowl with who was that?
It was the safety versus
Cook,
Brandon Cook.
Yeah.
Brandon, yeah. They half of them thought that was a legal hit, and the other half didn't think so. That's apparent that they don't know what they're talking about right now.
So you know, this is what you know, and we do this every year, and JB, at first when you took a stance about 2 or 3 years ago, I was kind of like, just JB, just doing, you know, whatever. But now I'm thinking to myself, like, what is the game of football? What is NFL pro level football without really, really good defense, right? Like, if we took that part of the game away, right? Are we still excited and like bloodthirsty and still like want to see this game the same way?
I don't believe so. I think they're making it more TV and casual fan friendly. There's no need to. They taking all the learning part of the game out. Like you don't have to really. Lately, you don't really have to sit back and learn how and when and what. It's all about a touchdown. It's all about the fans' reaction in the stands. That's all about the experience at these stadiums. It's not really about the games.
Class, I don't want to put the 10-4 hat on. I don't want to do it. But look, they did showcase this summer the AFFL, the Flag Football League. They're trying to hype this up, but at the same time, in the pro game, they dialing back the physicality and they trying to raise up the profile of flag football. I don't know, man. I don't know if you see this the same way I do, but it looked like they're trying to strip the game away. Because look, at the end of the day, when it comes down to, especially like they're playing in the Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. Those
things just happen in the heat of the moment. It's hard to make adjustments in a snap second like that. It's football. That's as a defender, you've been trained since like you a little dude to hit somebody. I mean,
right.
And I don't think nobody is maliciously going out there trying to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. I mean, it's a natural instinct. You're going to duck your head down when you know impact's about to come.
Right.
And my thing is, I understand everything is about safety, but this is my choices. All right, I put my head down, get the penalty.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm looking straight at the person I'm hitting, you can end up like Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
With a broken neck or whatever it was that he had. So it's like, man, pick your poison.
And they don't want that, JB. They want to keep the game as safe as possible, but it's still football at the end of the day. I don't know where happy medium would be at, JB. I have no idea.
Oh, well, the message has been sent about I want to say 8 years ago. They paying the quarterback more than the star defender to stop that franchise quarterback. So they'll pay that quarterback $75 million, and then they'll get a star defensive end or pair or trio that combined, which is crazy. So they proved that it was a quarterback-driven league. They pay the receivers, they pay the offensive line, they don't even pay running backs if you watch it.
Yeah.
So it's about wide receivers, the offensive line, and the quarterback, which in turn you see that it's all about flash and dash points. That's what it's about.
Craziness, man. We got Slim J in the building today. What's happening, Slim J? Anwar is in the building. I know, you talked about Anwar. Roquan Smith, the Bears rookie, is unsigned because of the weird helmet rules.
I'm with
that's what Slim J said. You know what I'm
saying?
Man,
you gonna mess with my guarantee money? Man, get the hell up out of here with that,
it's
man.
Crazy stuff, man. It's crazy. It's rough. I look.
I think this. I'm sorry, Q. This rule is a little bit more sensitive than the targeting rule in college. If I'm not mistaken. So what's the penalty? Just a flag, or you're out?
I think it's an ejection, or
it's accumulation. I think you get a warning, then you get an ejection.
I think it's considered a personal foul like normal, right? But they enforcing it more than they used to, and the rule still two personal fouls. You're gone, right?
That's so, man.
Yeah, so. Craziness, man. It's crazy. Anyway, we here for the AFC North. JB's division, and I'm excited for this division. Not because of the old stuffy cobweb Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? I don't care about them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right? I don't really care about them. Not for the played out, bland, 3-day-old bubblegum tasting Cincinnati Bengals, right? Because nobody cares about them anymore either. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit lukewarm for the Ravens. I mean, they got some stuff cracking. I want to see this whole Joe Flacco sunset, Lamar Jackson sunrise. I want to see how this play out. You know what I mean? But, man, these Cleveland Browns, boy. Let's talk about it, Glass. Where we going first? Let's do it.
This ain't going to be hard. These knuckleheads went 0-16 last year, winless. Yeah. And, of course, in the division, 0-0. 0 out of 6, I'm sorry. So, yeah, that's the Browns that we have. I told you it was going to go undefeated. We've been arguing about this last year. We talked about it
all last season. I thought they were going to get... Listen, it wasn't like they was getting blown out, JB. It wasn't like they were like the Detroit Lions a couple seasons before. Was it 8-10 seasons before? Where they was just getting handled. The Cleveland showed up every week. Hugh Jackson was preaching toughness to these boys. They were coming up short. I think they've addressed a couple things. That wide receiver situation they got right now, the running back situation they got right now, the quarterback situation they got right now. JB, I'm just saying, how you feel about them? And they in your division.
Well, I mean, on paper, Q, you're right. They are seemingly formidable on paper.
Yeah.
Have yet to play it down. They still got some dysfunctional things going on coaching wise. I saw them in a lot of make a lot of bad decisions in gaming time or clutch situations last season where they could have won a game. But at the end of the day, it's three other teams. I have yet to see a team in a division as formidable as this one go from worst to first. That's just
wow. Okay.
But they'll be around, without a doubt. They've been around,
right.
Especially in this division, no matter how bad they seem.
Right. Well, look, you say worst to first. I know we just starting this breakdown, but I feel like that might be something we're gonna come back to in a few minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it. Now listen, Slim J, was that Slim J? Slim J says they're going 2-14 this year, which is only giving them 2 wins, which makes them only 2 games better than they were last year with all the stuff they got going on right now, right? Let me get into this real quick. Like, okay, so it says here They went 0-16, like you mentioned, Glass. But listen, this is what they did for crucial veteran additions. They got Jarvis Landry, running back Carlos Hyde, Tyrod Taylor, Demarius Randall, Chris Hubbard, Michael Kendricks. They lost Joe Thomas, obviously, and Isaiah Crowell, Jason McCourty, Danny Shelton, and Deshaun Kaiser, which was surprised that they showed that. Didn't he just get drafted like last year, the year before last?
They drafted Baker Mayfield also. So
no, well, I mean, but Kaiser was.
I think he came in with Watson.
Okay.
Which is wasn't Deshaun a rookie last year?
Deshaun was rookie last year. No, Deshaun was rookie last year, wasn't he?
No, that was a sophomore season.
Okay, so they because I remember they could have picked him or Prescott. So you're right, it is the second season.
Okay,
could have picked him or Watson or Prescott, and they with Wentz, and they go and got Kaiser, who nobody heard of. Not me.
So the documentation says that they got a basic infrastructure, which I believe they have good enough offensive line, good enough wide receivers, good enough quarterbacks, and a good enough defense. Head coach Hugh Jackson will finally have his feet to the fire, and he knows a one-win season will not be enough to survive. Of all the changes this organization has gone through, the most significant was hiring an established general manager in John Dorsey to spend the bank vault of picks and cap space acquired by the previous regime. Eventually, it would need to be better than good enough, but 6 or 7 wins would drastically change the landscape in Cleveland. Glass, what you think about this team right now?
You don't have nowhere to look but up now. 0-16, was it 1-32 last 2 years? Yeah. They have no excuses now. They have the roster, just like you said. They got Landry, Hyde, Taylor, Kendricks, Randall. Yeah. They drafted Chubb and Ward. I like Baker Mayfield. I'll see who is this. Slim J said he's the 4th ranked quarterback they picked first overall, but sometimes you want that little swag to jumpstart the team. I think that's what he has. I like when he was playing in Oakland. Myles Garrett, hopefully he's injury free this year, so they have everything in place. They even got a new offensive coordinator. They got Todd Haley from Pittsburgh Steelers over there now, so there is no excuse this year. Who's that? You said 2-14. That ain't acceptable right now. No. They got to go up higher than that.
They do, man. They do. And JB, listen, I know you don't want to hear it. Let me see. Joe says thought Watson was a rookie last year. He was.
He was. I'm sorry.
They traded Kaiser to Green Bay.
I was wrong.
Kaiser was a rookie too. That's right. Baker Mayfield was the 4th best QB that they took overall. Mayfield was the best QB in the draft. That's what Anwar said. Baker Mayfield was the best QB in the draft. I don't know about that.
I definitely beg to differ right there.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But what we're gonna do though, we're gonna check out their schedule out real quick and we see if we can pull some victories out of here, Glass. Let's see what we can do because I was hoping, and I haven't seen the schedule. It's my first time looking at it. I was hoping that they could possibly win a division based on what was going on with the rest of the division, right? You know, I know Pittsburgh won 12 games last year or something like that, right? So, you know, it's a hard hill to climb talking about winning the division and everything. But look at it, right? First game is against the Steelers at home in Cleveland. Then they got the Saints on the road. They got the Jets in there. They got the Raiders on the road. Ravens coming there. Chargers coming there. They got a 2-game road trip with the Bucks and the Steelers. They home for 2 games against the Chiefs and the Falcons. Very late bye in week 11. Road game against the Bengals and the Texans. Panthers come in there. Then they go see the Broncos. Finish up at home against the Bengals. And on the road against the Ravens. So, look, as excited as I was, I gotta snap back to reality real quick. You know what I'm saying, right? This look, no matter what they've done as far as upgrading the actual talent and the roster and the personnel of the team, the schedule don't really bode well for them. You know what I mean? Like, I look at coming out of the gate having to go against the Steelers, you know, at home. That's going to set the tone for the rest of the season. You know, the Saints are, right now, they rolling. You know what I mean? They could possibly beat the Jets. I say they can win against the Jets at home. They may even give the Raiders a run for their money out in Oakland. You know what I mean? Like, but I think they'll drop those 2 games against the Ravens and the Chargers. They could probably win against the Bucks. Then they're going to lose. 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 Broncos, probably, that one's going to be a tough one, but they can probably Broncos will probably beat them too, and then you got the Bengals and the Ravens again. So I got 3 out of the. I got 3. JB, what you got?
Just by hearing the schedule and just knowing that they don't really do well back-to-back tough games, no matter who's on that team. Yeah. I'll give them 6-10, maybe 3 games in the division. It'll be enough to get a fan base hope by dropping the Ravens. That split with the Ravens and the Steelers and Cincinnati. So maybe 3-3.
Right. And Warren, now he's being strong about this. I said it twice. He got him 6-10 too, JB. Joe said he liked Baker Mayfield. He made me believe him when Oklahoma played my Bulldogs last year. Slim says Darnold, Rosen, and Jackson are all better than Mayfield. I think I'm going to go with Darnold, Rosen.
I think so. I think Donald is too, but he's not going to look to par playing for that organization, which is New York Jets.
So I agree with that. So JB and Anwar like 6-10 Glass. What you got?
I ain't too far from that. Let's not forget, they also got Josh Gordon. I know he's out for a while, but he'll be back and he'll be on fire. So after everything's said, then I'm gonna say 5-11.
Okay, 5-11.
Right now, Owen is better than 0-16.
Right. And after beating the likes, within their 5-6 win, beating the likes of the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bengals, and then some outside AFC games, people they'll believe it. They'll jump back on that whack. I don't think they ever got off, but
listen,
it'll be more people on it.
The only thing I'm kind of worried about, because right now, Jackson is trying to squash all of the crap about a controversy up there. Everybody want to rally behind Tyrod Taylor, but we've seen Tyrod. And I think he can provide some splashes and flashes every once in a while. But we also know that this is the same guy who got benched for another dude who threw 5 interceptions, right? So I know there was some bonehead coaching decision going on with that too. But when, JB, do you think the fans start shouting for Mayfield?
Week 2.
Wow. Week 2.
I'm gonna say week 4.
But you think it's that early, JB?
Yes.
Wow.
Who you say the opening game was against?
Opening game is against Pittsburgh.
Okay, week 2.
And then they go on the road against the Saints. Look, he don't even make it back home to play against the Jets, Tyrod.
They're going to start calling for Mayfield. I don't know if the coach, because Hugh Jackson's stubborn. Right. He don't give up on. He stayed with Kaiser no matter what was going on.
He did. What you had on?
Let me ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
Is this Hugh Jackson's 3rd season?
Hugh Jackson's this 3rd season. Yep.
What do he has to do to keep his job?
Win.
Yeah, I mean at the end of the day, obviously, right? But he gonna need at least 6 games. He gonna have to have some type of drastic turnaround. I mean, it's gonna have to be drastic. He gonna have to at least knock off at least 2 of the people in the division.
Right. I agree. I said 5, and I think he got to sneak in the win off of one of these contenders there and expect for there to win.
Yeah.
So what I don't like though is that he got the potential, because that team on paper is an awesome roster.
Yeah, it really
I hate for him to get Lovie Smith or Tony Dungy, somebody come in and he put that. Well, he's an architect for that team. They'll come in and have to do little or nothing, but just resonate with the players, and they'll take that team and run. Hopefully that doesn't happen to him.
So Amor said Tyrod is the game manager, in my opinion. He can barely throw for 3,000 yards. Slim said Hugh was a lame duck head coach. That's a head. I mean, this is a second go round, right? He did it one time in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
He
might be one of them coaches that's a good coordinator. And we're just going to leave it at that. Let's see.
And one said 1-31 in the last 2 seasons. Yikes. Some say he's going to get fired, and Mike Brown is going to hire him as the new Bengals head coach. Mark my word. He put it in all caps, so he's serious about that. You know what I'm saying?
It's believable.
It is.
And he'll be there front row seat 2 times a year to watch the team that he built.
Right.
Kind of like Mark Jackson announcing games, looking at his Warrior squad win all these championships. It's crazy, man.
And you know what? I feel like that's what's getting ready to happen. I feel like unless he can do something crazy and bring that team all the way out of the basement, they're gonna do exactly what you said, JB. I think they're gonna show him the door, but look, we tried. thanks for everything. Even though like a lot of work done been done over the last 2 seasons. I know the team lost a lot of games, but a lot of work been done though. A lot, So they can't. They got to give them something, JB. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. So anyway,
be tough.
JB, you gave him 6, right? 6 and 10.
Yeah.
Glass, you gave him what? 5 and 11.
Yep.
And I gave him 3 and 13. So, I hope they do better because I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited for him. Like, look, I was watching a Madden simulation. It was a simulation, Madden 19 simulation between Cleveland and the Giants. And man, that Cleveland defense came up big in that game. I mean, it was a man simulation, but I'm just saying, it gave me something to be excited about. You know what I mean? All right, guys, what's the next one, man?
All right, next we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Finished the season 7-9 and in the division 3-6.
Oh man, the Bengals. Oh man, so JB, listen. I said earlier they like 3-day-old chewing gum. I don't think there's nothing. There's like, and the reason why I say this is because there's nothing really making me be like, oh damn, that's the Bengals. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing going on there. Like, I think we just done got tired, and especially since they ain't won a playoff game in a couple years now, right?
Mm-hmm. So
at least we could say, hey, they used to win. They used to make it to the playoffs or whatever. They're not even a perennial playoff team anymore. So there's no taste there. There's no flavor. JB, I'm not excited at all, and I feel bad for people like AJ Green, but ain't nothing going on, and I think it's time to really clean house in Cincinnati and do something different there. What you got?
They got looming cap issues after this season anyway.
Yeah.
So this will be a curtain call for a lot of people in uniform and on the sidelines, and they won't get it done this year. Because they had so many years back to back, they could not seize the moment. It was always one and done. So this is probably should have been on his way out. I mean, not Hugh, but Marvin Lewis should have been done. I think he was hinting at it, and then they roped him back in. But this is it.
Yeah.
For a lot of them, for a lot of people in Cincinnati.
I think it's the last hurrah we're gonna see for Dalton and Green probably looking for a way out. He like, because look. How many years he got left, really? Honestly, what he been in the league for 8 years now, right? 8. It's like going into his eighth season, I think. He looking for that one last hurrah. I think right now the money ain't the issue. I think it's he want to go play on the winning team or a team that can get past the wild card or the first round of the playoffs. And
a couple of guys looking to do something different,
right? You know what I mean?
Jones, if he ain't in trouble, Carlos Dunlap. I don't know if they'll keep Burfitt there, but. I know AJ probably want to go do something different.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone said, I can't believe they gave Marvin Lewis an extension. He needs to go. I'm with you on that. Some says William Jackson III is quietly becoming one of the best corners in the league. And once that Lewis just can't get it done. Glass, what's your assessment, man?
Bengals just going to be Bengals, man. Yeah. Nothing going to change. Just like you said, it's 3-day-old bubblegum. Yeah. I like the defense, you know what I'm saying, with, like you said, Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap, William Jackson. Andy Dalton, I believe he's overrated. He didn't deserve the money that he got, but It is what it is. I feel bad, like you said, for AJ Green. He deserved better. I think Marvin Lewis got a whole new coach staff now. He got a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Vontaze Burfict. They already in the hole because Vontaze Burfict, if I'm mistaken, he was hurt last year with the hamstring. It's still bothering him. And he still got that 4-game suspension that he got for the PED. So they Bengals just being Bengals right now, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Listen, and it's weird that they were even able to quietly on the low capture 7 games or whatever. Like they did that though. You know what I'm saying? They actually did. So they had they added offensive tackle Cordy Glenn, linebacker Preston Brown, DT Chris Baker, quarterback Matt Barkley. Pac-Man is out of there. AJ McCarron is out of there. Andre Smith's gone. Jeremy Hill's gone. Russell Bodine is gone. Feeling the pressure of the most significant breakup attempt yet, Marvin Lewis attacked free agency and the draft in an attempt to fix Cincinnati's porous offensive line. Cordy Glenn is in the fold, and interior lineman Billy Price, believed to be one of the surest offensive line prospects in the draft, was the team's first-round pick. Will it be enough? Lewis built a roster good enough to perennially reach the playoffs, but needs to retool on the fly after an injury-ravaged 2017. Man, so listen, Anwar says Adam Jones is a free agent. There you go. Slim says he in Cincinnati. Mike Brown will let Marvin coach until he wants to quit. You know what it looked like it, right? You know what I mean?
With that.
Joe says that sometimes you need a culture change, like the Falcons and Mike Smith and the Eagles Andy Reid. They only going backwards by keeping him. You know, and I completely agree. Like you was running into that brick wall, which is the first round of the playoffs, for what, 5, 6 seasons in a row or whatever, and that was too long. That would have flew nowhere else in the league. You think that would have happened in Denver or in St. Louis or New Orleans or any place like? No, you know, that would have never happened in places like that. I don't know why they allowed that to happen in Cincinnati, but for whatever reason they did. So when we look at their schedule, right? And see, I'm looking at the schedule, man, and you know, they might be able to kind of scratch their way back to the playoffs again. Look, they got the Colts to open up on the road. You know, the new Colts, right? You know, we're gonna talk about them a little bit later. I'm excited about them for a little bit. Ravens come in there. Then they got the Panthers on the road. They got the Falcons on the road. They got the Dolphins coming in there. The Steelers come in there. They got the Chiefs on the road. Bucks come in there. Week 9 bye. Saints at home. Ravens on the road. They got the Browns, Broncos at home. Chargers on the road. Raiders at home, and they go finish the season up on the road against Cleveland and Pittsburgh, right? Back-to-back division games, right? Just giving that a quick look. They were able to squeeze 7 games out of that last year. I'm giving them one more glass. What you got?
Whoa! So you giving them what?
I'm giving them one
8
more.
and 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that in you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? After what you said from week 1, I forgot about that. They're playing the Colts. Man, I hope Andrew Luck is healthy because they're gonna be coming at my man right there, boy. Yeah. Anyway, everything said they had finished 7-9 last year. I'm giving them the same 7-9.
All right, Anwar's with you. He said he got the Bengals at 7-9 again. That means what you got for him, JB?
Same exact thing, but with a little twist. It all unravels next off season.
Oh, please believe it. It's going to be some fireworks up in Cincinnati. I definitely believe that. Some J got 8-8 or 9-7.
Ooh, no.
Okay. So, you know.
You know what? Cincinnati Bengals, I know they had a 3-year window of opportunity.
Yeah.
2 years ago. But my thing is this: they're a good team, but they shoot themselves in the foot. Are they
the same team? Are they still as good as they were 3 years ago?
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
But
right?
I guess the opportunity was always there. They just mess it up,
right?
The way somehow.
I mean,
they just hadn't been the same since Mike Zimmer. That was what made it work.
Absolutely. And JB, remember about 4 or 5 years ago, we was talking about this window in Cincinnati, and it was slowly closing, and we could see it starting to close. And now, like I said, 2 years straight. Can't even make the playoffs no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
And then with certain teams slumping, Ravens was slumping, Cleveland was Cleveland, Pittsburgh was just running. The opportunity for them to seize before, now look what's happening.
Right.
Ravens are marginally better. Cleveland has a stacked roster. It's over.
Yeah.
There's no room.
It really ain't. You know, and I think honestly the only reason why they got by, why they was even able to kind of sniff around and be in third place, it's because the Browns have been so bad. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, you know, I mean, that's what I mean. Because look, they're not going to beat Pittsburgh. You know, and they let Baltimore slap them around all the time. And you know,
and we were never dead last, as bad as we were,
right.
And that's crazy. That means that 2 teams don't exist. All you have to do is go at the top dog, which was the Steelers,
right?
And they never got it done,
right. You know, I don't know. Slim J said John Ross got to show up too. That was the dude who ran that ridiculous 40 at the combine last year, right?
Yeah, no,
we know about the combine, right?
Right. You know, and Joffrey was like, "What happened to Ross?" Joe also said, by hearing you read off the schedule, I said 8-8. So he agreed with me about 8-8 is kind of. I think that's kind of where we probably need to be. So that kind of puts them. I think sadly, it still put them. Well, actually, you know, Cleveland might put up a fight against them this season. So it really depends. So I really think Cleveland's success really depends on what happens in Cincinnati and their performance. I think if Cleveland mess around and sweep Cincinnati, then we're gonna be looking at Cleveland in a different light. I think so. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just
possible.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And once the fact that Marvin Lewis has no playoff wins in all these years is crazy. I know, right?
I agree.
It's ridiculous.
I like Marvin Lewis too, but he just probably need a new location.
I mean, his message is stale and old. It don't resonate. It's the same stuff.
It is
every year.
Right.
The team don't ever look prepared for the playoffs. I remember that one scenario they was letting the team beat them second time in a row, regular season, and they get to the playoffs and lose to that very team. I don't know if y'all remember that. But they laid down. I think it was the Jets. They laid down for them, let them in, got to the playoffs, and lost to them.
Right. You know what it reminded me of, Glass? It reminded me of Mike Smith in his last couple seasons in Atlanta, right? You know, he was talking about how everybody thought Atlanta was soft, right? Like, and they didn't have no gumption about themselves or whatever. And he ended up getting fired behind this, right? He ended up losing his job. And I feel the same way. Like, I feel like it's some bad boys on the defensive side of Cincinnati's, you know, on I mean, some bad reputation guys, you know, Pac-Man Jones, Burfict, them kind of guys. But they got attitude. But man, I mean, unless they doing something illegal or get themselves in trouble, starting fights and stuff, they really ain't stopping nobody from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crazy.
You know, you always want your defense to have them type of players that have bad intentions, but you got to learn how to rein them in when they need to be reined in.
Absolutely.
How to do that.
Yeah, craziness, man. I you know, I hear what Slim was saying, how, you know, it because it looked like, I kind of feel the same way about the dude up in Pittsburgh too, that they'll let him just keep that coaching job for as long as they want to. But I got a feeling the people in Cincinnati are looking for a change. I think it's going to be at the top, all the way down to the players. I think a lot of the players are looking for change. I think, you know, the office is looking for change. I think the owners are looking for a little bit of change. I think this is it, man. Whatever script he write this season, it better include a playoff win. You know what I'm saying? So if it don't include a playoff win, I think we're going to finally see him leave and, you know, take a year or two off and then maybe get a job somewhere out west in California somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, right? He said he should have stayed a defensive coordinator. That's what Anwar said. Joe says, or Lewis could be just a great defensive coordinator. Some said they need a new QB. Panthers got FSU is in the building. What's going on, Chief? He was at 6-10 for the Cincinnati Bengals. So that brings us to JB's beloved.
Hey, now
brings us to the beloved.
All right, but unleash the beast here. We got the Baltimore Ravens.
You know, I'm gonna be calm. Go ahead.
All right. Baltimore Ravens finished the season 9-7 and 3-3 in the division.
Yeah. What I thought was cool about Baltimore is like the end of the season. I thought it was cool because it was them, it was Baltimore, and I mean it was Baltimore, it was Buffalo, and Cincinnati, right? It was those three jockeying for that spot. Was that right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yeah. So, you know, I was like, okay, Baltimore put one foot in, and then Buffalo would do something magnificent over there, then they get kicked out, and then next thing you know, Baltimore would destroy Cincinnati and get back in, right? You know what I mean? And then Cincinnati would destroy Cleveland and knock Baltimore out and let Buffalo get it. It was crazy, right?
Well, we lost on a 4th and 29 with 20 seconds left in the game.
Right. Yeah.
Tyler Boyd caught the seam.
Yeah.
Went 40 yards, 48 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
And we lost.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Yeah. You know, I thought, you know what? They showed a lot of grit at the end of the season. But I will say this, JB, they shouldn't have been in that position, right? Not to be, you know, on a bubble like that. They, you know, they should have. There was some of them things they should have locked down early, right? A couple of games in the middle of the season. But I think we was having some issues with the quarterback, right? Is that right? Is that happening in the middle of the season?
No, it's regular nonsense. We lost to some bad teams.
Gotcha. All right, Glass. I'll get to JB in a second. Baltimore Ravens. Before you do that, some just said that play is the reason Marvin is still the Bengals coach.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we got him extended.
There you go.
There you go.
What you got on it?
All right, man. You know what? Of course, I love the Lamar Jackson pick in the end of the first round. I'm impressed with what the Ravens did in the offseason. Defense, they really didn't touch it because they really didn't have to touch it. I think they were 6th in points allowed per game.
That's right.
Terrell Suggs getting long in the tooth. They want to have to find a substitute for him. But other than that,
got him.
In the draft, they did a great job. Hayden Hurst, tight end from South Carolina. Then was Lamar Jackson from Louisville.
Right.
Orlando Brown, the offensive tackle from Oklahoma.
Junior. Sure.
Mark Andrew, tight end from Oklahoma. Now I have to agree with the picks with the two tight ends because they got to find a replacement for Dennis Peter. And Dennis Peter was like a stalwart with the offense. what's his name? Joe Flacco relied on him a lot, but since he retired because of the hips.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Then they had Ben Watson last year, so not saying Ben Watson didn't do the job as Dennis Peter, but he's no Dennis Peter.
Right. No.
So with the drafting of the 2 tight ends, I thought that was a good look. So they did it great in the draft.
Yeah.
Then they picked up Crabtree from the Raiders and John Brown from the Cardinals. Great look. So I got hope for the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, this conversation that got live. We start talking about the Ravens. I don't know what's going on. Panthers got FSU says Flacco out of commission by week 6 and 7, and Lamar Jackson starting to play Cam Newton week 8. T Money is in the building. What's happening, T Money?
What up, T Money?
He says that the year of Lamar. Joe was like, Baltimore is 8-8. Now, JB, pay attention. Baltimore is 8-8 with Flacco, but they 10-6 with Action Jackson. All right, they never replaced Ray Rice, according to Slim J. And Anwar said we have Alex Collins. So, listen, the comment section, they live about the.
I gotta disagree a little bit.
Okay,
I'm thinking Joe is about to have a hell of a season. Number one, and I think this Kenneth Dixon dude, he got hurt last year when Terrence West was in there and Buck Allen, but Kenneth Dixon is going to be the guy. That's just the reality of it. I like Collins. I do. He was a reason to cheer last year, but Dixon is the dude.
Well, okay. So listen, to the comment section's point, and I got to bring it up because it's my job. We do got a little bit of a health issue with Joe Flacco, okay? You know, we got to put him in the bubble wrap, okay? You know what I'm saying? You don't think we got to put him in?
Joe had one knee. He started every game since a rookie up until then.
Well, what about the back situation?
The back situation.
I mean, okay, that's unfortunate, but it wasn't Romo style.
It wasn't Romo style. You know what I mean? But you wasn't sitting there like thinking every time they put hands on you, like, oh my God, is this? You know?
Not with Joe. No.
So, in your opinion, Mr. Ravens fan, I'm talking to you too, Anwar. What was the point of drafting Jackson when, like, at the time of he was their first round pick too, right?
It was like late. It was our last pick in the first round.
Okay, so what's the point of
or
that?
The last pick?
Do you think that the office don't believe Joe got it in him?
Look, they believe in Joe, but the league is changing. Look around. You got
Right.
Prescott in Dallas. Look what Deshaun Watson was able to do.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, look around and look at Cam Newton. I mean, we've been trying to pull this off since probably about 2006 or 7.
We
tried to get Troy Smith to do it. Troy Smith from Ohio State was a Heisman Trophy winner. That didn't work. We tried it again. We tried to court Kaepernick to come in to run an RPO style run pass.
We all had Joe Webb and Tyrod Taylor, right?
Well, I don't know about Joe Webb. We had Tyrod. We drafted that fella. We was trying to make that happen before Cam Newton even existed.
Right.
And it just never panned out for us, but we got the right guy now. Trust me.
So, according to the comment section, him getting knocked out by Kiko Alonso, according to T Money. Everyone says Dixon is hurt right now, though, so shake my head. Sam says they can save so much money by cutting Flacco next year. Lemo said the back, well, that was unfortunate. He was talking that was unfortunate. And they got Mike Vick's old Eagles offensive coordinator. Lamar Jackson is a future quarterback. He is a future. I believe he's a future quarterback. I just feel like when the team invests in the quarterback like that, the writing is on the wall. I mean, I've seen it in Carolina a bunch of times. You know what I mean? And I've seen it in other places too.
Man, look around the league, though. It's only about 6 or 7 out of 32 quarterbacks that still drop back.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. It could be less. I know the top ones come up in my head.
Let's say you got Brady,
Aaron Rodgers. You may have a Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan. The rest garbage. Trying to be, okay. Yeah. But Roethlisberger is not technically a traditional drop back passer. He does some things. He don't run, but he does things.
He got a point, Glass. What you think? he got a point. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this before I answer that. Lamar Jackson, when you think he's going to come in? Because I'm going to say...
I don't think he plays this season.
You don't think he's going to play this season?
No.
At all?
No.
Even if Flacco bums out?
Well, see, this is the thing, Glass. One of the things that JB said earlier, I kind of agree with. Listen, whenever they bring in competition like that and whenever they do stuff like that, it makes people step up. And
I'm gonna let you know.
And I don't think Flacco I don't think he thinks that he's done. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what. This is what it is, Q. Yeah. No matter how good or poor he play, you're not letting 125 million sit on the sideline if he ain't hurt.
Absolutely. You're
I got that. He don't play. Now he'll be out next season, but if he's healthy, he's in there.
But they
ain't got. Go ahead, Glass. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I agree with. I hope they don't have Lamar Jackson playing because I'm always old school when it comes to quarterbacks. I don't want you to throw a rookie quarterback up in there ASAP because he ain't learning nothing. Everything's a little bit more faster than what he's used to. So I agree with y'all. If they don't play him this year, I'm cool with that.
Well, the comment section disagrees with us all three. This is what they say. The future is this year, according to T-Money. And Warren Muhammad says Lamar is not going to play, so he's on our side. Slim said Lamar...
He'll play, but in a package, he's not going to be QB1.
Well, Slim says Lamar will be playing by week 5.
Not as QB1.
Slim says I think he plays this season. Joe says Jackson by week 8. I will put my check on it.
Whoa, Joe. You'll put your check on it?
That's what he said. You know what I mean?
All right. I will say, I'm going to let it get a little bit. I'm going to let it get to like week 4.
Oh, my God. So, listen, that's crazy how... The non-Ravens fans think that he gonna play, and only you and well, you know, I don't think he will play either. But you and Anwar, like, you know, Anwar says Lamar is a work in progress right now. I think it's great that everybody's excited for him. But you know what though,
you'll see RG3 before you see 8.
I forgot about that. You're right. You're right.
Probably
you'll see RG3 before number 8, bro.
Right.
But it's coming. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Mr. T Money asked when is Ravens buy. The buy is in week 10.
Yeah, and we can really look at that right now. But you know, I think it's great that everybody's excited for Lamar Jackson. I mean, like, I ain't really seen the only rookie quarterback that got more hype around him right now is the one in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Right? Yeah. And that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
I like Josh Rosen. I think he's going to be hell for the Cardinals.
Right. Well, he better because he's going to be like Cam Newton. He ain't got no choice because he got to play.
He got to play. Donald got to play also.
Right, you know, so, you know, here's what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at that schedule out. All right, let's see what look, they got the Bills at home, week 1.
Win.
All right, they got the Bengals on the road.
Win.
Week 3, Broncos come in there.
Definite win. 48-0.
I knew he was going to start that shit. Okay, you got 3-game road trip. Steelers, Browns, Titans, right?
We're going to lose one of them. And it better not be to them damn Titans. Not this time.
Not this time, right? Okay, then you got Saints at home. Then y'all come to Bank of America.
We lose that one, we beat the Panthers.
We beat the Panthers at Bank of America. Anyway, you got the Steelers at home again. So how many division games y'all got early? 1, 2, 3.
We got half of them.
4 division games before the bye. Okay, and then you come back and you got the Bengals at home. Raiders at home, the Falcons on the road, and the Chiefs on the road. Bucks at home, Chargers on the road, and Browns. You finish the season up with the Browns, which should be a good ass game. Baltimore Ravens versus Cleveland Browns, week 17, with stuff on the line. It's gonna be great. You know what I mean? I can't wait for that. Okay, so JB is looking very optimistic. Glass, what you think, man?
I'm gonna say 97.
Yeah,
same thing they had last year.
Okay,
that's unrealistic, Lance, but I appreciate it.
It's unrealistic. Let me see here. So he was rattling them off. I like them to open the season up. I like them. You know, that's a good 3-0, Glass. I gotta agree. That's a good 3-0. And then they win one of them road games. 2 of those road games. I think they're probably going to drop that one to the Steelers. They probably get the Titans this time and the Browns. That's 5. You know, Tampa in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I kind of, 7, 9, 8, and 8. But I think they're better than 8 and 8 though. I actually think they can squeeze out 9 wins. You know, it's just them division games are shaky, man. Because I don't know, man. I think y'all going. I think that last game of the year.
What did we do in the division last year, Glass? So you can understand what's
3-3.
So you see what's happening right
shaky.
there, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't shaky. That's dead even.
Right. I'm just saying. You know.
So, okay. How many Cleveland won last year? None.
Okay.
How many Bengals won last year?
You think Cleveland gonna lose division games this year? They're not. One of y'all gonna get beat by Cleveland.
You don't go from zero to a hero. You ain't been watching this league for the past 20 years. One of y'all gonna get beat by
Cleveland, right? It's either gonna be you or Cincinnati. It ain't gonna be Pittsburgh, okay? You know what I'm saying?
All right, man.
Just saying. I don't know, Glass. Which one of them gonna get beat by Cleveland?
They're gonna split with all of us. They're gonna probably get all three of us.
I usually go. It goes. Wait, I gotta see their schedule because when Baltimore and Pittsburgh play, one of them got Cleveland. They're gonna lose to Cleveland.
They get right. Yes. Yeah. Cleveland or Cincinnati. The next game, a divisional opponent, you drop their game.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be rough. I'm just saying.
It could be the Jets. It could be anybody. You drop.
Right. Okay. Right. T Money. He got 7-9, 8-8 for the Ravens. And Slim says Willie Snead is a bum, and Anwar's like, "Are you smoking something, bro?" Anwar, of course, Anwar, you and JB, yeah, 11-5 for Anwar, no way to go 9-7 again.
11-5.
11-5, Anwar said, right? You know what I'm saying? Cleveland winning 4 to 6 games this year. That's what T-Money said. Anwar said, y'all sleeping Flacco having a career year this year. You know what I mean?
Wait. I'm gonna retract. I'm gonna go 8-8.
Wow.
What you going, Big Q?
Listen, it's gonna be somewhere between 7-9 and 9-7. It's gonna be somewhere between that.
Give me a number, man.
But I'm gonna give him 9. Even though Anwar said that they're gonna do better than that. I think 9.
Yeah, tripping, man.
I think 9 is great, man.
So you give the Cleveland Browns 6 games. You give the Bengals 7 games. You're gonna give the Ravens 8. That means the Steelers gonna be like 13-3.
Well, they possibly could be. They won 12 games last year.
I don't think so.
They won 12
now without no
year.
Le'Veon Bell and all this nonsense. Well, let me give my record on my team. Since y'all ain't asked me.
Right. Well,
16-0. Okay, there you go. Super Bowl. Since you ain't asked me.
Well, we're gonna I can always save you for last. You know what I'm
sorry.
Okay,
JB.
really, my real.
I'm sorry, JB. What's your team gonna do?
11 games, man. Playoffs.
Okay, so Slim is still on this Lamar Jackson stuff. He says 11-5 if Lamar Jackson makes some starts.
No Lamar though.
Yeah, right. So Slim's like 9-7 if Flacco starts for the entire year.
Right.
T Money wants to know, what is a career year for Flack?
More touchdowns than interceptions because he usually by that even.
He called him Flack Ho though. He did. So
who said that?
Don't do it, Jimmy.
Man. Don't even make me.
Don't do it.
Don't even. But we get a chance to talk to Money because I'll be in the house when we play them.
Yes.
PUPs as Saints Uptown call them.
Right. You'll be like we go into that game, so that'll be exciting. Joe says Falcons versus Ravens. Who y'all got? Ooh, did we see that on the schedule? Was it on the schedule? That was week 13 in Atlanta.
That's gonna be a tough game.
It's gonna be a tough one. I actually think, and the heck of the hater coming at me. I actually think the Ravens will go down there and spank that ass.
That's gonna be a tough game. That's a tough game.
I'm saying it's gonna be a tough one. Panthers got FSU says 8-8, tough schedule. You know what I mean? So what they had happen? They got John Brown, Michael Crabtree is in the building. They got Willie Snead and Robert Griffin III. They picked up. They said bye-bye to Ladarius Webb, Danny Woodhead, Jeremy Macklin, Mike Wallace, and Ryan Jensen, and Benjamin Watson. Because Benjamin Watson ended up going back home to New Orleans, right?
Right. Yeah. Besides Ryan Jensen, the rest of that stuff was garbage.
It was garbage. You didn't like Woodhead?
No.
I didn't even know Woodhead was on y'all's roster. I thought he was
there
still.
You go.
Exactly.
Right. I didn't even know he was on the roster.
Garbage. Mike Wallace, Macklin. Get out of here. We won 9 games with that wide receiving corps. Yeah, please, we're way better than that now.
Okay. So, Joe, look, I was being serious, Joe. I'm just saying. Yeah, you go there and whip y'all up. I love seeing it. It's all good. Some just say, what's up with that weird contract they tried to give Ryan Grant? John Brown, dope if he healthy. They tried to pay dude like he was Brandon Cooks. Wow. Can't hit on that. Okay.
Ryan Grant failed the physical. He was trying to fool us, but we put him through some stuff, and he failed, and we took the money back.
Took the money back from him, right?
And gave him the boot. Why would we sign a Washington player anyway?
Right, tell him to kick rocks. Okay, here we go. We're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, man. You was talking about how they was going to win a whole bunch of games, JB. They won a bunch of them last year. What it was, Glenn?
Man, Pittsburgh Steelers finished 13-3 for the season and undefeated in the division, 6-0.
Man, That's a rough one right there, boy.
Yeah, boy.
I need to get off the feed right now. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Look, we gotta talk about. Look, I'm not a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan at all. Listen, they ain't bring but two people in: Morgan Burnett and John Bostic. They said goodbye to Martavius Bryant, Mike Mitchell, and Chris Hubbard, and William Gay. You know what I mean? So it says theoretically Pittsburgh did their best to get younger and faster in the secondary, though this is still offseason consistent with the club's measured approach. The Steelers are built to win now, which means that striking the delicate balance between developing young players and massaging the core of star offensive players. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Bell,
the Killer Bees,
Bell, Brown, and
Brown.
Yeah, okay, so that's what you got, man. They won 13 games last year, JB. What's the answer there? What's going on?
The other three teams in the division was garbage. Not so much now.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that. Actually, you know what, Glass? I'm gonna be completely honest. If I'm being completely straight up honest, I'm surprised that they won that many games. To be honest with you.
I mean, you got 6 of them from the division. Come on, be for real.
I'm actually, right. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they didn't do nothing super spectacular. I mean, look, I'm just giving you an example, right? They had to put 80 points on the board to beat Jacksonville, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who like? What
but
was
you
that
act
about?
like Jacksonville was some chump.
80 points. You know what I'm
Once
saying?
again,
and then got smacked in the regular season at home by DeVille.
You know, really? I'm just saying, like, when I see stuff like that, Glass.
Come on, really? Wait, first of all, I love me some Baltimore Ravens. They my first team out of this division, but I do like the Pittsburgh Steelers because they keep their stuff tight. You know what I'm saying? You had to kill the bees. Mm-hmm. The defense was pretty legit, other than the secondary. But other than that, I like what they.
But you got to score 40+ points to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can't beat the Patriots.
One game.
You can't. You know, I'm just saying the teams that you want to put your chest out for. You can't beat them, and then you had to put up 40-something points to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You act like they punks, man. You act like they punks. Jacksonville Jaguars almost took down the New England Patriots if they wanted to.
I don't know, man.
They went 13-3, Big Q. Which, I mean,
it ain't believable to me, man. I just
I have to admit they got rid of their offensive coordinator. Now I don't know if this Randy Fitchner guy is anything like Todd Haley, but he could be better than Todd Haley because I know Big Ben and Haley didn't get along with each other. So we'll see.
Yeah. So some say I still think the secondary is trash.
Okay,
which it is, right?
I agree.
And once that Bell drama is going to have an effect on the team, because who else they got? I mean, eventually he gonna come to play. But I'm just saying, like, it ain't like he ain't gonna come to work. He gonna come to work. But who else they got though? Who else?
That's a good question. I'll check it out.
Blake Bortles was lighting them up. Blake Bortles was lighting them up unexcused. Slim, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what Glass talking about, but when you got somebody like Blake Bortles. 40+ points on you, styling.
It wasn't even Blake Bortles. It was the running back that was doing all the damage, man. Please, y'all get out of here with that.
And then the Jacksonville defense had a day. I'm just saying against Ben Roethlisberger. 2-time Super Bowl. I'm just saying they got 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm just saying. They shouldn't be in that position. And they got 13-3. Look, I understand they took care of their business in their backyard. They took care of their division. And I really can't say nothing bad about that. But you can't be letting Houston and Jacksonville and people like that, Kansas City, run up on you. You can't let that happen, bro. I'm just saying,
All right, To answer your question about who's backup, you got Stephen Ridley, James Conner, and Fitzgerald Toussaint. Running back up.
Toussaint's still around.
Yeah,
Connor's still around. Connor been on Hard Knocks with 2 different teams. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay. T-Man said, how y'all feel about them drafting Edmonds and James Washington as a dope wide receiver? I like that at Oakland State. Listen, I think they okay as far as offense is concerned. It's just, Ben, he was saying he didn't know what was going on from coming back to play. I don't know.
All that changed when they drafted Mason Rudolph.
Right, just craziness, man. And look, T-Man, I get it. Kansas City did beat New England last year, but, and Glass was the one who said Kansas City, led by Alex Smith, wasn't a team to recognize. But I didn't say that. You know what I mean? I didn't say that.
Did I say that?
I'm just saying.
Words in my mouth, man. I don't think I said that.
The big bad kings of the AFC North, though, shouldn't the guy ran up on like that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Quickly, let's look at the schedule, right?
Hey, JB, why we so quiet, man?
Because he don't.
I really don't care about this portion of the show. But please, okay. I gotta be a pro, man.
I gotta be a pro. Okay, listen.
Okay,
listen. They're gonna beat up on the Browns in Cleveland early, unless Cleveland shocked the world week 1. And and dethrone the AFC North champs, right?
It can happen.
It can happen. You know what I mean? They got the Chiefs at home. They got the Bucks on the road. Ravens come in there. Falcons come in there. You got the Bengals on the road. A little early-ish by week 7, right? A little early-ish. You got Cleveland in the house. Ravens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 division games right off the bat. Carolina is in there, right? After they come back from seeing the Ravens. Then this is where it gets interesting, JB. I love this part of the schedule right here. So they got Jacksonville on the road, Denver on the road, San Diego comes in there. They go see Oakland. New England comes in there. Then they got to go out to see New Orleans and then bring it back home and finish it up with the Bengals, right? That's that right there is what I'm excited about, Glass.
And when is they bye week?
Their bye week was at week 7. So they go in there by before all this drama happens, right? You know what I mean? So I like that in Glass. I'm gonna tell you, right? Them games that I rattled off after the bye, Ravens will actually pretty much start when they come back from Carolina. So you got Jacksonville, Denver, San Diego, Oakland, New England, New Orleans, right? It's 5 games, right? Wouldn't it be crazy if they dropped off 5 of those games in a row? You know what I mean? Like. And it can happen. It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, Denver that's a nice matchup.
So the Ravens and the Steelers going to be at Bank of America this year?
Yeah. Oh, you want to go see both games? Oh, look at you.
Nah, I don't care to see. I don't care about that. I'll watch it on TV.
Yeah. So, look.
Or I'll listen to it on the radio.
I will say this, Glass. 13 is not going to happen this season.
Okay. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing new. Joe, Flacco's going to sweep the AFC North.
See, when I say stuff like that,
whoa,
no. I say stuff like that, and you jump all over me, right? But
I'm jumping all over him. Don't think you get with a pass on that. But
hey, Glass, it's a little bit more realistic than Brock Osweiler or whoever you got. It's real, bro. It's a real thing.
Oh, wow. The defense is still bad, and they lost.
Whoever it is, you might have Peterman over there, so you're definitely.
Wow.
Oh, it's all good.
Slim J think what Joe said was hilarious. He said the Falcons not Flacco. Right. 12-4, or coach. You see them at 10-6. I like 10-6, Anwar. I like that. 11-5, 10-6.
Is that what you're going?
I'm gonna say 10-6. I think I'm telling you, Cleveland and Baltimore. I'm telling you, that's the matchup right there, yo. Them gonna be the 2 teams that's gonna disrupt this whole entire division. I'm telling you, right? That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna stand firm on a good 10-6. That's where I'm at right now. 13, no, that's an anomaly. That won't happen again. No.
All right.
The division doesn't got too much better for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the division 2 more games. I'm gonna go 11-5.
Okay. Okay, 11-5. And then Slim says 10-6, but he think they win a playoff game this year. Yeah. They'll win the North.
And they got to see them Ravens again for a 3rd time.
Yeah, right.
Like a classic, like Terrell Suggs would love. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's on you, JB.
Oh, it's going to be a battle for number 11 or 12 between Ravens and the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to go to the other scenario and say it will be us in Cleveland battling for that number 11 for the division, but that's possible too. And the Steelers could be chilling with Cincinnati, but respectively for the last year's winner of the division, I'd say they're going to have to battle us for number 11 or number 12.
11.
So what's your final number?
Big numbers, man.
Oh, man, let's say 11-5 also.
All right.
Some big numbers, y'all. And then T-Money got 12. You know what I mean? I know they got 113 last year, but I don't know.
There's a reason. Oh my gosh! You know what? Keep your mindset Because I love to whoop on you in pick 'em a shut up league, man.
Man, listen.
Well, unfortunately, neither one of you whooped up on me, period, last year. So
I think I finished better than you last year, dog.
I don't think you did. Where were you?
I don't know. That was last year.
Okay, you won top 10, so you didn't whoop nothing. Glass, were you top 10, brother?
Wow.
I was top 10, but I forgot to put in the week 17 pick, so I went down to 15.
That didn't really matter.
Okay, so I was top 10. Okay, I made the graphic on
2018.
Get With It Sports.
It's
So
2018. It's 2018. It don't even matter, you know.
Okay.
Anyway, Penn's got.
I think he's like, how many players we had total, Glass?
30, 28, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, Q was 36.
No, that's a damn lie. That is a lie. For real. Yeah, I was way better than that. Listen, 20 minutes of the season, I was rolling, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think I climbed as high as like number 5 one time, bro.
Then
I'm just saying that. Penn's got that for you. Say 9-7 for Pittsburgh. I'm with you, bro. 9-7, 10-6, somewhere around in there. So look, that's the AFC North in a nutshell. I hope everybody enjoy the Hall of Fame festivities this weekend. Should be great. I know JB is really going to be enjoying it.
For sure.
Cause that's what y'all's second Hall of Famer.
That's right. Jonathan Ogden went in now.
In
the order.
There was is Newsom in there? No.
Well, Newsom is not a Raven, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is in the Hall of Fame. That's right. But as Ravens goes, Ogden and Ogden went in like the year before last, right?
Right. And Ogden was the first Raven, and Ray was the second Raven.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. I think it's gonna be great. Hoping to see what T.O. does. I'm not gonna. Hopefully, I catch his live stream. I catch his little live stream from Chattanooga. You know what I mean? See what's going on. Anyway, everybody who came out to see us this evening, man. As always, we definitely appreciate the love and support. Slim J, Joe, King Jaffet, Joe, Mr. T Money came out. Panthers got FSU, Anwar, y'all good people. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Who else was in there? Somebody else was in there too.
You said Slim J, Panther God.
Panther God, yeah. It was a bunch of. I can't hear it. I'm just looking at the ones that's on my screen right now. I missed weeks last year, coming back strong. Just talking about you, Glass. Speaking of which, Glass, I know you got some announcements. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you real quick and let you go ahead and put yourself over.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody joining in on the show. I always love. If you don't find me here, you know where to find me at Get With It Sports, place where we get our sports get your sports with a little swag. You can check me out on YouTube at Get With It Sports 2. Check us out on Spreaker, Get With It Sports Media. Email me at getwithitsports2. That's number 2 at gmail.com. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm hot on Instagram at Get With It Sports. And of course, it's our 7th annual. I believe it's the 7th annual Pick 'em and Shut Up League. Each year gets bigger and better. Like I said, I failed in week 17, dropped down to 15, but it's all good. And Big Q, yes, you are correct. You was in the 4 to 6 range for most of the middle season. I checked the records. You know,
don't know what the hell JB talking about right now.
It's all good.
You finished 36 though. Don't matter, man. Don't matter unless you win.
Okay.
So all the returning players, we appreciate it. I know Slim J was rolling for a minute. I don't know what happened to him. Mr. T Money, I know I'm expecting you guys back up in there. Everybody that's new that wants to join in, hit me up. Email me at getwithitsports2@gmail.com. You can hit me up on the DMs on Twitter. You can find me somewhere if you want to get in. So let me know. It's going to be something new because I think we're going to have something new for the winter this year.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm getting my waist measured for that.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely got something popping. Going to be a surprise. We will unveil it the closer we get to the season because we still ain't made our mind up with exactly what we want to do yet. But it will be a physical prize for the winners. So we'll know what exactly it's going to be. But anybody who was through here checking us out, either on the Twitch, YouTube, or the Periscope, check out what Glass said. You know, hit him up on his email. You want to be a part of that. It's going to be fun this year, for real. All right, JB, go ahead and put yourself over for the fans. Huz, go ahead and do it.
All right. Hey, man, glad to be here today for first and foremost. Shout out to all the people that came through. Amwar, first and foremost, because he's a Raven. I want to believe that. All the rest of the people that came through, all the ones that are always here, I appreciate it. Definitely. You can always find me here on TeamBoydTV live or on Twitter at Raven Shogun. Special announcement after maybe the second preseason game. The Ravens War Machine is coming back.
What?
Oh, yes. What? For all the avid Raven fans, or just somebody want to hear me talk about about wins or losses.
Yes.
Ravens only though, but we're gonna do that for the whole 16 games.
Yes.
Before and after.
Beautiful. I definitely appreciate that. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be awesome. Now, listen, I appreciate the people who come here to just talk football with us, man, no matter who your team are. We love the fact that you come in here and you represent your team. I don't care who your team is. It can be teams that we clown, teams that we love, teams that we don't never really want to talk about. Come in here, man. Come in. That's what TeamBoydTV Live is about. Come in, rep your squad, and get with it. Unlike a lot of other podcasts out here, we care about the NFL as a whole, and we're going to talk about everybody. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming out. Follow me on Twitter at TeamBoydTV. Closer we get to the season, the Black and Blue podcast will be making its return. Week 1, we will get the return of the lovely Vernie B and doing the TeamBoydTV game time picks with me and her. So y'all look forward to a lot of TeamBoydTV stuff and TeamBoydTV Get With It sports related stuff, urban arena stuff. We got a lot of stuff we got going. I want to give a special shout out to 2 of my homies, Uncle Hate and Diego from AA Sports, who will be joining us, hopefully. I ain't put the invite out yet, for week 1 of TeamBoydTV Live. For everybody else, man, y'all stay with us and keep on supporting us, and take it easy. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Go Ravens.
All right, football fans, the 2018 TeamBoydTV online programming campaign has begun. TeamBoydTV Live will be airing live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We also have the TeamBoydTV Presents the Black and Blue podcast, which will be airing on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. We also have TeamBoydTV Game Time, which are picks for the week, which will be airing on Saturdays. Follow us on all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Also subscribe to us on Twitch for all your NFL coverage for 2018.